G'day, it's Mark here again. Welcome back to the channel. And to continue on in our series of Falcon videos, today I want to cover off the XP Falcon, which was launched in March 1965 and was available until September 1966. And that was the last in the series of those early model Falcons that was debuted with the XK. If you haven't checked out the earlier episodes, check out the XK, the L and the M models for more information on the early Falcons. So the XP Falcon built on the strengths of the XM model in terms of it featured a torque box chassis which built up the strength of the vehicle quite significantly. And that was particularly important for fleet buyers who looked at the Falcon as being somewhat flimsy in the past in terms of the early models. The car also, to prove out its strength and durability, the Ford Motor Company embarked on a 70,000 mile, 70 mile an hour durability test, which happened over 8.5 days out at the Yuyang Proving Grounds, which was the Ford Proving Grounds. And it was an amazing media event. It was captured on television, and a series of Falcons went around the Yuyang's track at over 70 miles an hour. I think the average speed was 71.5 miles an hour. For 70,000 miles. And even though some cars were actually damaged through tyre failures and things like that, they were actually put back on the track and re-entered back into the race. And the cars were driven by a lot of famous racing car drivers at the time. The model range consisted of the standard Falcon model with the 144 cubic inch engine and the optional 2-speed automatic, 3-speed manual on the column. There was the Falcon Deluxe. There was also the Futura. There were the 2-door hardtops that had been debuted, that body style, in the XM series. And of course, the Falcon range also included the Falcon panel van and also the utility models as well. The Fairmont models replaced the Squire and the Futura sedan, and they provided extra luxury, front disc brakes, reversing lights, bucket seats, and a series of other luxury additions. Also had the 3-speed automatic transmission and the 200 cubic inch engine. Just on engines, the 144 was available carryovers on the standard cars, plus the 170 Pursuit and then the 200 Super Pursuit. And the Fairmont had the 200 Super Pursuit fitted to it. With the introduction of the Fairmont series, the Squire was discontinued. They actually only built 93 XP Falcon Squire wagon, so that's an incredibly rare car these days if you ever see one, and it's a nice example, or even if it's not, you should probably grab it. They built those between, I think, February and August 65, so that's a very short run. A bit of a shame because I quite like the Squire wagon, and these days very, very popular. With a more robust construction of the XP Falcon, the car also then became more popular with taxi fleets and also police departments as well. And there's a pretty well-known classic Australian TV series, Homicide, that often featured XP Falcons in that role. As a real vote of confidence, the XP models were also the winners of the 1965 Wheels Car of the Year award, and that definitely gave a lot of confidence to both private buyers and also fleet buyers as well. It's really interesting when you dive into it. The front mudguards and the bonnet of the XP series were actually using the Mercury Comet from 1960 to 63, which is pretty ironic when you consider that even though it was a newer model than the XM, it actually used body panels that were actually older and went back to 1960, 1963 Mercury parts bin pieces, particularly when you think of the XM grille, which was very heavily influenced by the 64-65 Comet, so a newer model than what the XP was based on. If you get a chance to drive an XP Falcon, you'll certainly find that the car feels much more modern and solid than the earlier series Falcons. The early ones are great to drive, but yeah, the XP model certainly feels a lot more newer. So anyway, that's a summary on the XP Falcon range. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the lower part of the screen there. Really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. Plus all the comments. I reply to everyone's comments, and it's great to see that support. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.